outside my window. The winter's so warm, it's telling me softly to come outside. It feels like tenderly it's touching me. So tenderly, it's touching me. Streets, side on my side. I'm thankful for all the moments that force my drive. It feels like tenderly it sets me free. So tenderly, it sets me free.
exhibition by Miami-Dade. So it shows here, we're going to be highlighting. Yes. You know, I actually interviewed him a couple of times. I've seen him live on stage, and he always brings the energy. And then, of course, we have the fireside chat with the featured artist for tonight and a few other names as well. We save that for when the program actually starts. But I do want to say that the VR exhibition experience, again, I was able to be a part of that last year during Soul Basel, and I was blown away. Have you done like any kind of VR kind of experiences before? Raise a hand. You have, yes. And like it brings you into like a whole nother dimension. When I put on the headset, I was like, where am I? Oh my goodness. It was art brought digitally in a whole different dimension. So looking forward to that tonight, and we do have that experience after this portion of the program ends. So again, we'll give it a few more minutes. I heard there was an accident or either on 395 or 595, so we'll just give it a few more minutes. But again, if you don't have one of these, go ahead and grab one. There's also a QR code on the actual flyer as well. So we do need your support to continue to bring you this digital VR experience and to also feature more artists in this space. So just go ahead, grab your phones, put it over the QR code, and it will bring you directly to the MiamiMoCAAD.com website. Now, the website has been revamped, y'all. It's real cool. It's technologically savvy. You know, it's all of that. So again, scan the QR code. Please make your donations. Please continue to support. And for those that have supported, thank you so much. Thank you for your support. It is 2024. There's been a lot of evolution in the digital space, in particular AI. So thanks for your support, and we'll continue in a few minutes. And again, there goes that QR code right there. So thank you so much. one of these right now. Okay, let me come on down. Go ahead and raise your hands who may need a program. Okay, perfect. Okay. And so we're going to go ahead and get started. So I want to introduce a performer. He is phenomenal. He's such a great soul. And I've actually seen him live on stage a few times. He is Emmy-nominated songwriter, lyricist, singer, and impact artist from Fort Lauderdale. He is also the music composer for the second edition of the documentary that will be seen later. So let's go ahead and welcome Alexander Starr to make his way to the stage for his performance to open up our event for tonight.
Battery done. What's up, y'all? How y'all feeling? Everybody good? Yo, Murphy shows up in so many different ways. BX came all the way from Port St. Lucie. Y'all make some noise for BX on the keys. Y'all make some noise for Jordan UCB on the lead guitar. My name is Mr. Alexander Starr, and I'm honored to be here with my band, the Golden People. We're called the Golden People because we carry value everywhere we go. Shout out to Miami MoCAAD. Shout out to Michael Anderson. Shout out to Maryland. Shout out to the whole team, Zenio Digital. They're doing amazing things, and I'm honored to be a part of it and everything that we do. And shout out to Nikki Says YOLO. Thank you for the warm intro. So without further ado, we're going to share some original music. Some of it you may have heard, some of it you may not have heard, but you will hear some of this music in the film that I scored from Miami MoCAAD. This one's called Sticky Situation. Ladies and gentlemen, as a young man in this world, I've learned 3 very valuable things. Number 1, I do not have all the answers. Matter of fact, I'm very much so a mess. Number 2, realizing you're not perfect actually makes you pretty perfect. And number 3, if you want to find out how to be valuable, all you got to do is find your purpose. And with that said, love is my religion, I got no denomination. I float up so high that I should be in aviation. I keep it together, but I'm broken on occasion. Flowers in my pocket, it's a sticky situation. I'm an impact artist, by the way. As a reminder, my name is Mr. Alexander Starr. Say what, say what? Yo, smoking dope, that's a habit, but being dope, that's a trait. If you get a spot on my calendar, that's high-priced real estate. Ooh, no, we don't feel like we're better than nobody. We just believe that we're blessed, because we're independent and winning, and as of tonight, we're getting some press. Hey, all my peers are world leaders. I just spoke on a panel, bro. Earlier, I was in Israel, rapping on back of a camel, yo. I play dumb for the wise guys, then take them out with a chess move. Highest levels of good, but I still break hearts and I bend rules. Listen to me, I am unequivocally fitted to be an epiphany tree. Literally, I am so originally gifted, it sickens the critic in me. Seriously, I mean, who am I kidding? I'm living the vision, the kid in me dream, kicking it with powerful people who teach me to think of myself at an equal esteem. I was a plan, drafted and crafted in heaven and planted on earth as a man, perfectly tan. Now all I need is the bread, I'm already dripping with jam. One day I'ma get a crib in Japan, practicing all of my jutsu. Only question I got left is who you, for real though. Cause love is my religion, I got no denomination. I float up so high that I should be in aviation. I keep it together, but I'm broken on occasion. Flowers in my pocket, it's a sticky situation. Yeah, you see me smiling, but you don't know what I'm facing. I hope I don't snap one day without no provocation. I keep it together, but I'm broken on occasion. Flowers in my pocket, it's a sticky situation. Flowers in my pocket, it's a sticky situation. My name is Mr. Alexander Starr. Say what, say what? Y'all still feel good? So the beautiful thing about being able to score the film that I scored from Miami MoCAAD is, you know, and for working with MoCAAD in general, is I've had the distinct honor and pleasure of performing in Africa 3 times so far. And when I was in Rwanda performing at the Umunu Arts Festival, I collaborated with a really dope artist. I did an anthem promoting peace in post-genocide Rwanda, and that's what I'm about to perform for you now. It's called Show Me the Way. But while I was there, the artist that I collaborated with, Andy Bamunu, he taught me something really cool. And he's like a superstar, but he's also a teacher, which is amazing. Shout out to the teachers, any teachers in the building? Boop, 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 boop. And he was like, this is how we get attention when kids are talking and talking and talking, and we need to get them to shut up. This is how we do it. I'm gonna test y'all rhythm. Y'all got rhythm, right? When I say beat, you clap once, like this. Beat, beat, beat. I think y'all got that. When I say abako, you clap like this. Clap, 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 clap. Abako, clap, clap. Abako. When I say lavalena, you clap like this. Clap, 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 clap. Lavalena. Lavalena. Beat, 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 beat. Abako, abako. Lavalena. Lavalena. All right then, I met a man on the road when I walked by. Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. He was staring at my face and I asked why. Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. He said, young man, I know who you are. You are the lion who's written in stars. I was taken by surprise, man, I won't lie. But I rolled my eyes and I told him, well, okay, if I am who you say, why do I feel like I'm losing my way? Why, oh, why, oh, why, oh, why? Why, oh, why, oh, why, oh, why? And he said, boy, just believe what you pray and know that this world was not built in a day. My, oh, my, oh, my, oh, my. My, oh, my, oh, my, oh, my. Then I said, there's a cloud on my heart today. He said, peace is on the way. Then I said, but it won't let the light escape. He said, hope is on the way. So I said, I don't know how to win the war. He said, love is all it takes. All right then, yeah. Well, that's when I told him. Yeah, that's when I told him, show me the way, show me the way. Cause I'd like to live to a ripe old age. Yeah, show me the way, show me the way. Teach me to change all the dark long days to smiles, to smiles. Man, it's hard, but I'll be okay if you show me the way. Beat, 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 beat. Abako, abako. Lavalena, Lavalena. All right then, yeah. Hey, y'all kept that. I'm impressed. Y'all remember that? Very nicely. I know we really ain't got that much time. If you hadn't noticed, the impact artistry that I do is really meant to uplift people. I like to give hope while being dope. Dope hope. This is a self-confidence record I wrote for myself. It's called Someone Special. Y'all ready? Hey. I work on holidays, baby. It's nothing to a full-time father. And I'm far away, baby. Ooh, No wonder not a lot of y'all follow. And I'm complicated. I know I probably said that in my last song, but this the type of beat I can relax on, I'm glowing, ain't no need to put the flash on. Rolling, no ticking. My clothing's prescription. Fresh foliage, I'm twisting. And I roll up like I'm someone special. My homies are gifted. We're chosen, uplifted. My story is unscripted. And I just might be someone special, I might. I just might be someone special, ayy. It's hard to believe a little small town boy from Tennessee like me goes across the sea with aluminum suitcases and long paper like double-spaced pages. Hell no, man, nothing can't faze us. My physician told me love is contagious, so I became a spreader of the variant that I've been carrying since I was in my mom's ovarians. I'm conducting chemistry experiments, flashing a blueberry in a cherry Benz. What am I really getting from this medicine? Extraterrestrial intelligence. Grandma said, baby, it's okay to be weird, and it's okay if you don't fit in with not one of your peers. Just watch them with your ears while you listen with your eyes, and place the greatest value on your time. How you think I got the rolling, no ticking? My clothing's prescription. Fresh foliage, I'm twisting, and I roll up like I'm someone special. My homies are gifted with golden, uplifted. My story is unscripted, and I just might be someone special, ayy. Oh dear, I operate with no fear, in the field with my shield and a sharp spear, trendsetting on the impact frontier. Golden people got the vibe right here, ooh. And oh dear, I operate with no fear, in the field with my shield and a sharp spear. Little wine, now she down to her brassiere. I should probably put the chorus here, man. I got the rollie, no ticking. My clothing's prescription. Fresh foliage, I'm twisting, and I roll up like I'm someone special. My homies are gifted, we're chosen, uplifted. My story is unscripted, and we just might be someone special. Ay, la, da, 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 da. La, ba, da, ba, da, no. My homies are gifted, we're chosen, uplifted. My story is unscripted. I just might be someone special, I might. Appreciate y'all. So we got a whole live band. This is the diet version right now, and we could keep going, but this event is not about us. There's a lot more amazingness that's about to happen, but I promise we coming back because we closing the show too. So stick around, enjoy the art, and at the very end, stick around and kick it with us. We love y'all.
All right, let's give it up. Alexander Starr, yes. Were y'all feeling that? Because I was feeling that, you know what I'm saying? Yes. All right, so we'd like to recognize Michelle Johnson Faith and Leadership Liaison from the Office of Miami-Dade County Mayor Daniela Levine Cava. So let's give it up for Michelle Johnson Faith. And now I'd like to bring on stage Camilla Pritchard. She is the Executive Director of the Black Archives and Lyric Theater. So let's welcome Camilla Pritchard.
Good evening, everyone. Welcome to the Black Archives Historic Lyric Theater. I am Camilla Pritchett. I'm Executive Director of the Black Archives History and Research Foundation of South Florida, where our mission is to preserve and protect Miami's Black history from its incorporation in 1896 to present. And if I do say so myself, I think we're doing a wonderful job as you're sitting here in a 110-year-old theater, the Lyric Theater, which was saved by our fearless founder, Dr. Dorothy Jenkins Fields. And we're happy to have you here tonight. As you heard the wonderful singing, you've seen the art, you'll be watching the documentary. We preserve history, but in that we provide a platform at this theater for that art and that entertainment and the education to be amplified, all of those things of the African diaspora. So it's very wonderful that we're hosting Miami MoCAAD tonight. We're excited about the work that they're doing. We're excited to be presenting this work here in this space. So I hope you enjoy everything that's here tonight, and we look forward to you joining us here again for all the other activities we have at the Lyric Theater. If this is your first time, I hope it's not your last, and we look forward to seeing you here later on. Thank you.
Thank you so much. And now, introducing Miami board member of Miami MoCAAD, Dr. Nelson Adams.
Good evening, everybody. Hopefully you're glad to be here. You know, folks, there's some things in life that just don't come back. The spoken word, you can say something good, you can say something bad, you can actually say some bad words to somebody. All you can say is, I'm sorry, oops, didn't mean it. The spent arrow, hopefully it hits its intended mark, but if not, all you can say is, oops, didn't mean that. But here's what resonates with me tonight, and hopefully it resonates with you. You can't get back a missed opportunity. Let me take this opportunity first to say thank you to all of you for being here tonight. Give yourselves a round of applause. Let me say thank you to our visionary leader, Marilyn Hollifield. Please give Marilyn a round of applause. And do recognize, as I do, that we are at the forefront of change, of connectivity, of bringing some things together that haven't always been together. Art and technology. We are at the forefront. But you know, we've done a good thing, and I applaud the support that we've gotten from our sponsors and from all of you and from this visionary leader. But you know, good, my brothers and sisters, just isn't good enough. We have got to be the very best version of ourselves that we can be. Somebody say amen to that. Amen. And so I'm going to ask you to engage me with a brief exercise. Marilyn's saying, where is he going with this? Well, you know, as we think about being the best, not only in this virtual space, but ultimately in brick and mortar, we've got to recognize that we can do better than just good. So I want you to repeat after me. This is a quick little exercise, but I want you to let all of Overtown, all of downtown, all of the city of Miami, all of Miami-Dade County hear you and hear you well. So help me now. You going to help me? Okay, here we go. Good, better, best. Never. Not until my good becomes my better, and my better becomes my best. Welcome, and thank you so much for being here tonight.
All right, thank you so much, Dr. Nelson Adams. And now, the moment we've been waiting for. Night New Work presents the exhibition documentary, The Day I Heard the Sounds of the World, Art Connecting Communities, Overtown and Coral Gables. Let's go ahead and play it.
She was born in the wake of a city that has lived many lives. Miami, English's Plantation, Bay Country, Fowler's Grove, Fort Dallas, Colored Town. If you listen, you can still hear the stone masons chiseling coral rock, oolite limestone, and carving the live oak into something that will survive them. Vizcaya, the Lyric, we laid Flagler's train tracks and drained the Everglades. It was our feet sopping mud like a sharecrop. Call us Gladesmen. Some came in 1804. Then, in 1896, Miami needed 162 of us to vote this city into a freedom dream. Miami has always been a vision that shines in the light and bustles at night, be it the Great Black Way over in Colortown, or spongers hustling rum off the coast after a day spent combing the seafloor with their hands. Even the sand dunes recognize our touch. The day I heard the sounds of the world.
The work of Mariel is very complex. She not only has a very rich background coming from the French Caribbean, Guadeloupe, but also studying in Europe, in France. And she has been able to study and research these different cultures, these different approaches at a personal level, but also historically. She's able to merge and put to dialogue.
I think that this commission is going to push my boundaries. It's a formidable opportunity to use a new medium to give to the audience something much more powerful. So for me, creating the VR project and with those new mediums, those new materials, it helps me, maybe I would say, to feel more comfortable in this world. Every time when I'm talking about you, I am saying how I am impressed by you, by what you did and your personality. For me, I learned a lot from you in the historical part, but also, I mean, you are just such a strong woman. And your life is so dense with what you did and what you experienced. For me, it's an honor to meet you.
Well, the pleasure is mine, and to see my work interpreted by a visual artist is something new and something that I really had not expected. And it really brings a different level to it, and it provides us with a new audience. Those who are accustomed now to AI and VR and looking at history from another perspective. So this is an exciting project, and I'm happy to be working with you on this.
I try to put in my work some historical aspects, but I have a mind who is running all the time to imaginary spacing. So I think that in fine, at the end, the work is a mix between a little bit of your experience, but that you can read in terms of metaphors, because I am honoring women. And in the other side, it's like a dreaming world. The one I can imagine without oppression, and the one I can imagine in terms of freedom.
The artist transforms ordinary, real stories into imagined works without prejudice, discrimination, or acts of domination. She sees what others do not see, combining color and texture with archival materials to tell the story. It was the Black laborers who actually built the buildings of the first half of the 20th century in Coral Gables, would come home to Colortown, Overtown, and nights and weekends, they built their own community. They had the same kind of courage and the same kind of ambition for their children in both communities. There are churches in both communities. Was a police station in both communities. There are schools in both communities. There are theaters in both communities. And she used the opportunity through her work to show how, even with different socioeconomic conditions, the pride that people in each of the communities felt in themselves and what they were creating. Black laborers were the primary source of labor in Miami-Dade County, I would say in South Florida. So that blacks coming from the southern states, as well as blacks coming from the Bahamas and throughout the Caribbean, were the ones who did the labor. They were hired to work wherever there were white residents and white businesses. And the laborers would, in fact, construct the buildings in the white areas like Coral Gables. In fact, they built more than 10 buildings that are registered either locally or on the National Register of Historic Places. Buildings that are architecturally significant, such as the Lyric Theater, the Dorsey House, and many others that are architecturally important. And when I talk about black men, we also have to talk about the black women, because it was the women who, in fact, washed the clothes of the tourists. You know, Flagler brought the train and built the hotel, but they did not have washing machines. They did not have dryers at that time. And so the black women were the washing machines. It's hard for children to understand with things the way they are now. But my grandmother was one of the many washerwomen who walked across the railroad tracks from Colortown, Overtown, to the hotels. Without the washerwomen, the tourists wouldn't have clothes, the residents, nobody would have clean clothes. What they did is not told enough. The parallel paths of the two communities, Coral Gables and Overtown, are just fascinating. I had not really thought of the communities in that way before. Looking at them through the developers, through George Merrick, who developed Coral Gables, and D.A. Dorsey, who developed, even though it wasn't a planned community, he developed Overtown. And to know that they were actually contemporaries. When I did the research, they were born and died within the same time frame. They lived less than 10 miles from each other, and I doubt that they ever met. They certainly did not meet as equals. George Merrick's father had slaves, and in fact, Merrick inherited his father's 4 slaves when his father died. D.A. Dorsey was born just about a decade after slavery, and he was the first child in his family not to be a slave. So you see the parallels there of these two men who came to Miami, and again, living less than 10 miles apart. Never met, as far as we know, but both of them were brilliant. Both of them invested in property and real estate. D.A. Dorsey once owned Fisher Island and expected to develop it as a resort for black people. He was unable to do that for reasons still to be discovered. But it's interesting that in the 30s, George Merrick went to the county to talk about some of the things that were needed for Coral Gables, and he included in that a beach or a resort for blacks. I don't know that he and Dorsey ever met, and this was many years after D.A. Dorsey had owned Fisher Island, but to know that they were both thinking in the same direction, parallel lines, but their lives never met. Well, you do it very well with your images, with your color, with your texture. It all comes together in a very fascinating way. And it really is a way to learn history and to learn the past by looking at an altogether new something that has come together. It's fascinating.
Different icons and symbols that she borrows from all these cultures at hand. It is always interesting how the images, you feel there is something personal, but there is also something universal in them. And that is, in my opinion, because of her use of these symbols and historical photos and images, aesthetics, patterns, colors that you are familiar with in a way, and yet they are telling something else. When I look at art history, I pay close attention to the context where the works were created.
I would say that my work is an act of resistance. As an artist, I think that my job is to show what people can even imagine, to show the invisible. What you see is not what you can understand. That means you have to see beyond what you see, in the painting, in the backlight, in everything. And if you take time to see beyond first, you are going to meet me. and we can talk together. I think that I was born as an artist. I remember at the age of 6, I started to draw everywhere, in the table, in the walls. So I think that I was born like that. It became a commitment through the years. So I won't say that I am not thinking in terms of making art. I am thinking in the way of doing something with art, using art to create something, to talk about something.
We're particularly interested in this collaboration and the possibility to work and present these works in Overtown and in Coral Gables, and in this bridge that we are establishing between these two communities that are very related historically, even though it doesn't seem so. When Coral Gables was conceived, it was built by Black people, immigrants, that were not allowed to live in the city, but yet they are in the DNA of the city. This project will allow us to reconnect with Overtown through historical places, through history altogether, through the things that we have in common that are many. And we love it that this community hopefully is able to go and experience the project there and vice versa.
What? I created that, yes. You see my uncle's X-ray clinic, the other uncle.
Yeah.
S.H. Johnson,
Yes.
And then Mount Zion and Bethel churches.
Yes.
And if you look in the very back, that top, that's the Lyric Theater.
That's the Lyric Theater in the
The
back.
Lyric
Yeah.
Theater.
Yeah.
The top of the Lyric Theater.
Yeah.
And the JNS building, Jenkins and Sampson, they manufactured soda water. Yes, that was my father's uncle, Benjamin Jenkins. That was his business. And the Chapman House, right here.
Which they relocated to that area.
No. His office started on 8th Street between the Longshoreman and Bethel Church. Was Dr. Chapman Sr.'s original office.
Gotcha.
And then in 1925, he built this home, and the school was built 26, supposed to open in 26, but it was bombed because White said it was too close to 7th Avenue.
Yeah, I did get that one.
Yes.
The Turfies give me a sort of this great opportunity to understand this sort of link and confrontation at the same time between both parts. So it was amazing. So I created the first backlight and the first virtual reality project based on this. The first one is related to Miami-Overtown and Coral Gables. First one is really based on historical facts and the way the Black family was working with the white family in Coral Gables. I learned a lot, actually, because there are so many things I didn't know. And the second one, there is an historical part, which is the background, which is the church in Coral Gables. But I was like, I have to do something which can challenge the first one. And I'm going to create a sort of chaos. So palm trees are falling on the floor. And there are some children who are running, but there is a sort of carousel from the 17th a century from England who is running through this, and it's sort of chaos, a lot of different ideas and that I had, and I put everything in the like a sort of melting pot, and I create a sort of soup, you would say. And the second one, I took a lot of fun, a lot of fun.
In my case, I also come from the Caribbean, and I come from Cuba. To me, they speak in a very interesting way. You could notice or identify this aesthetic from the Caribbean when it comes to textile, to the imagery, to the influence of popular religions. But also at the same time, you have the influence of European painting in her works, in these sometimes faces that appear. You have historical photos. In this new contest in the U.S., she's also integrating all that history that she's learning and that she feels also that she inherited in a way.
I'm trying to give them the opportunity to feel the world, to be inside the world, to be immersed in the world. This is just a picture, but I am giving them my own vision of the world, the chaotic part and the peaceful part. So it's a way for me to give them this opportunity. The pictures I am using are very important. It's like if I have a sort of laboratory of pictures, of science, of lecture, of philosophy, and when I am coming to create something, everything is combining. So, but it's very spontaneous, because it's there all the time. You know, when I am sleeping, when I am cooking, when I am boxing, it's there all the time. And I hope when they are home, they will still feel this emotion. And they will be able to ask questions to themselves. How can I live in this world? How can I make it better? How can I be better with my neighbor, with my family, with my, I don't know. I feel that it can change a small thing. You can change the reaction you have through the world.
And her work is very colorful. Textile techniques and colors and patterns are very specific. She also plays with the idea of exoticism and the way in which Europe has seen or has looked at the Caribbean. And she works with those stereotypes as well. What is Caribbean? Does it need to be colorful and, flashy and extravagant? Or is that the way in which we have been imposed to look and see, and the way that has dominated the official discourse in a way? On the other hand, she has all these aesthetics coming from, Italian Quattrocento paintings, colonial, post-colonial. There is so much richness in her symbols, and I love it for that. I would not dare to ask her to change anything. It is what it is. She wouldn't either. Project from MoCAAD is challenging. I think that it's a great, amazing opportunity to push the work behind what I used to work. So I'm using different tools, different mediums, and it's challenging because I never did that. But it's a fantastic way to make alive my painting and my universe. So this is fantastic, this is magical, this is amazing, this is a great, amazing project. I never thought that I had to do something different in terms of philosophical thought. I always thought that I have to stay in my narrative, to stay in what I'm doing now, but just pushing the visual part a little bit more. I am just creating
really freely. When I created the virtual reality image, I would say, my first concern was to bring the emotion. How can I bring the emotion from the painting to the virtual reality project? Because it's not only pictures, it's not only colors, it's emotion. I think people need to feel something, bad or good. I don't know what kind of emotion, but the goal is to give them emotion. To feel uncomfortable in the second VR project, but to feel in a peaceful place in the first one. The presence of kids in each of the VR and backlight is very important. It's child is the only provocation. If a child can live this childhood with freedom, he will never be a good little soldier. When a child is discovering his own environment, touching everything and put everything in his mouth, it's because he is trying to find his freedom.
Especially with this painting, the beauty is about seeing that child or those kids that you have here actually come alive and actually showcase that joy in a different manner, right?
Yeah.
And then even, all these little things, like even you have the clothing, hanging, there on the rope, like, we can include elements of wind to bring it alive.
Yes, that's
or the leaves moving and things of that nature. So that's what, I think that's why we love this integration of art and technology, because we can actually create an environment where you can express in a totally different manner, like I mentioned before, like bringing alive all of your creativity as well, right, as part of all of your different ways of delivering your work.
Yeah. The collaboration with Xenial and specifically Douglas for the virtual reality project, it's great actually, because I am free. I am free to create whatever I want, and they are just following my ideas. So it's a big space of freedom. They are trying to do their best to give me what I want. At this time, I didn't do any compromise, and that's great for an artist.
I think when we look at virtual reality as a medium to deploy, let's call it deploy or distribute or allow anybody anywhere to experience art in a totally different manner, I think there is two things that come to mind in my case, which is, for example, when we were talking before about the democratization of access to our work, like now a school in a library can have two headsets, and all of these kids that go to that school can go into that virtual reality museum and experience your work or other artists' work, right? Which is the beauty, is we are now creating a platform where there is no limitations for any artist to be curated into a museum. Some artists just don't have that opportunity, right? And I think these spaces, what they allow you to do is to do that, is to allow artists from all kinds of backgrounds, countries, cultures to be able to expose their ideas in a way in which they couldn't. And not only that, but then, make it available everywhere. So I think that's one of the beautiful things about what this does from a revolutionary perspective. I think the other piece is what we were also discussing before, which is the fact that, artists have always thought in whether you do a sculpture or you do a painting, in a two-dimensional way. The sculpture, of course, there are three-dimensional pieces, but they're in one place, right?
Yes.
Now, these type of environments allow you to put, even if it's a sculpture that we replicate in virtual reality, it is not fixed in a museum in DC that's the only place where you can go and experience it. And I think that's the beauty about this technology.
Here you are inside my world, that means you are inside my world. And I think that I am a very precise and concise artist. And when you touch this, you can touch me. You can understand what I am feeling about the world. The collaboration with Dr. Field, she is someone I respect a lot for what she did Overtown and the persistency she had to push things and to do things. For me, she's a remarkable example of a woman who fights for something. And I think that I am fighting for a lot of things, and sometimes it's hard. And as a woman artist, but it's like if she show me the path. And of course, we talked a lot about history, but she always finds a way to give me her own experience of her life. The title is The Day I Heard the Sounds of the World. A specific day that I can cross on a calendar to say, this day I learned something, I did something different, I started something different. I had a new perception of the world. It was different. It was something new. It was a different perception of this country. Not only Coral Gables and Overtown, but I would say of this country. Because I am an outsider.
Very inspirational. The journey of Perez and her vision and her artwork and her pieces brought us here tonight. So I also do want to make it clear that Emmy-nominated Alexander Starr, he is also the music composer, and he did the scoring for the second edition of this documentary that we just watched. Now, we are going to go ahead and move over into our fireside chat. But before we get into that, Christelle Victoria Roach, she actually wrote a poem for this documentary, and I want to read a little snippet from this poem. Now, I am not Christelle Victoria Roach. I will do my best to present it in her tone in which she wrote this poem. Florida was a sanctuary state. One would only pray for freedom. African pirates, free people enslaved. Seminole, a name meaning runaway. Miami is a home for runaways. Miami came from need, a homeland for the people who lost everything at sea. Here, everybody carries a black shadow, and the trees hold the shape, the color of the women who nursed this child of a city for generations. So again, that's a part of the poem that Christelle Victoria Roach wrote for the documentary. Now, I want to go ahead. And introduce our fireside chat participants. Now, she is co-founder of Miami MoCAAD and senior partner at Holland and Knight. She joined Holland and Knight in 1981 and is the first Black woman to become partner of a major law firm in Florida in 1986. She is consistently listed as a top lawyer and the best lawyers in America, Florida Trends Legal Elite, and Super Lawyers, and has received numerous awards. Her continuing involvement includes her collection of artwork from the African diaspora. Now let's welcome the one and only Maryland Hollifield. Now, our next participant, she is a Miami native responsible for the establishment of Miami Black Archives, the designation and restoration of the landmark Lyric Theater and other historic sites as well, the creation of the Black Heritage Trail, and the designation of the historic Overtown Folklife Village as a National Trust Main Street community. Now let's welcome Dr. Dorothy Jenkins Field. And our special guest artist. She is a French Caribbean multimedia artist who was born in France and resides right here within Florida. Through her artwork, Marielle uncovers moments of humor and beauty, revealing glimpses of humanity in our increasingly digital world. Since 2004, she has exhibited in numerous group and solo shows across Europe, Africa, the Caribbean, and the U.S. She has been awarded a gold medal at both the International Biennial of Santo Domingo and Sao Paulo maybe saying this wrong. Biennial. There you go. Thank you. Now let's welcome our featured artist for tonight, Marielle Plaisir. Now, after this fire chat, we are taking 2 questions from the audience, so go ahead and stay tuned.
While we're getting set up, I just want to say thank you again for all the support that Miami has shown to Miami MoCAAD. Not only support, but real love. As we get into this conversation, I want to just step back for 1 or 2 minutes and say, well, how did this happen? Was it planned? Did they have an idea of what it would be? I don't think so. What happened was Elvis Fuentes was thinking of applying for a Night New Work grant. Miami MoCAAD was thinking of applying for a Night New Work grant. And Marielle Plaisir was thinking of applying for a Night New Work grant. Our curator for Miami MoCAAD was Donna Marie Baptiste. And she is the person who over the years has recommended artists to Miami MoCAAD. And she recommended a series of artists to us, but the artist that was at the top of our list was Marielle Plaisir. And it turned out that Elvis and Uni over at the Coral Gables Museum were opening a solo exhibit of Marielle. And Elvis invited me for coffee, not because of her exhibit, but because he wanted to get to know Marilyn Hollifield. And as we talked, it came together that he was pursuing a Night New Work grant. He was having a solo exhibition of the same artist who was at the top of our list. And so lo and behold, we decided to meet right over here in Overtown at the Red Rooster. And over Red Rooster cornbread and fried chicken, we decided that we would come together and try to create something new. We knew the artists could create something new and innovative, but the challenge was, could our digital provider team create something new and innovated. And we were thinking, I was connecting dots. Coral Gables and Overtown in 2023, 2024, but what about Coral Gables and Overtown back in the day? And so that's when I said, I know the person in Miami who can help us contextualize Coral Gables back in the day as well as today. And that person is the legendary historian, preservationist, archivist, and founder of the Black Archives Historic Lyric Theater. Not only the founder, but she saved and rescued the Historic Lyric Theater. So I want to start with you, Dr. Fields. When this idea of merging art and technology and Coral Gables and Overtown, when this idea was brought to you, well, what was your reaction? What did you think?
I thought we had a misconnection. Having, as a historian and an archivist and a preservationist for now 5 decades, I've been doing research on various communities, of course, in Miami-Dade County, and most of my research, of course, has been in Colortown, Overtown. But the idea of looking at and examining the city beautiful, Coral Gables, and with Overtown, colored the Central Negro District is the official name of Colored Town, now known as Overtown. And so I had to give it some thought. As they would say in the Bahamas, and Mr. Newbold, some thought. I had to give it some thought. And as I thought about it, I realized it's a very novel idea and one that its time had come because there are so many similarities, socioeconomic, there are just so many values that are similar. And so the differences and the similarities come together to help us understand who we are today and what Miami-Dade County can become in the future.
Well, thank you. Marielle, now I know you might not remember all that cornbread and fried chicken that we had.
I remember.
But when we started thinking about this process and started involving, connecting dots between Coral Gables and Overtown, merging art and technology, and then your creative juices and your creative intuition and your creative skills, what was your reaction to our coming together for this project?
First of all, I think that my work has this strong part of researches, historical researches, since maybe more than 10 years now. So my work is a sort of huge laboratory of researches, documentaries, films, videos, all kind of work that can enhance my narrative, which is about social domination, power, and discrimination. So when I knew that I could work with Dr. Phil, I'm like, okay, less work for me. So I have someone who can talk about it. And I don't have to make my researches in books, etc. So it was for me, I took this opportunity to work and to push my boundaries, my narrative. But working with virtual reality, I think it's the end of a process that started in 2020. After the death of George Floyd, I started to work on 2D backlights. I mean, I started to work on collage and I put light on it. So I created the first 2D backlights. Then last year I started to work on 3D backlights. So the virtual reality was just finally the end of a process, an immersive process. So it was for me a way to not to translate a painting. Can you speak into your mic a little bit louder so they can hear? Okay. Do you hear me? So for me, it's not the VR, it's not the translation of a painting, because I'm first a painter. In virtual reality, it's creating a new concept, a new vision of my art in virtual.
And Marielle, now when we first talked, can you hear me? Yes. When we first talked about this project, and Douglas and I were saying things, well, we want to create an avatar.
Oh my God, yeah, the avatar. I think it's...
Tell us about, now be truthful now. Tell us about your first reaction of Douglas, a man that you didn't know, Marilyn, a person you had just met. Talk about creating something called an avatar for a virtual museum that you had never seen.
Yeah, but there is only one Marielle Plaisir. Marielle cannot have an avatar. So it's like dividing Marielle in another piece. So for me, it was inconceivable. But when I saw what Zenial did, and but because creating an avatar, you stand up in the middle of a space, and the camera on a photograph takes picture all over you to create an image of you. So at the beginning, I'm like, okay, I don't know if I have to do that. But I think that it was important because the avatar is like people can have access to me, can talk with me in the virtual museum. And my avatar is talking about my work. That means all over the world, wherever you can be, in your room, in your bathroom, in Africa, anywhere in the world, you can have access of me. So it was, maybe it's a good thing.
Well, now, I'm going to tell you what I was thinking. I said, uh-oh, we have a problem. And the problem was, we had committed to doing art and technology. And in our view, we wanted to merge Marielle's art and technology, put it in a virtual museum, create this avatar of Marielle so people all over the world could feel like they were talking to her through the avatar. And she did not want anything to do with that. But as she said, over time, it warmed up, and it warmed up, and it warmed up. So here we are, and thank you very much, Marielle. Now, Dr. Fields, I want to ask you about what was it like? How would you describe this experience of going on a journey for a project that you didn't know where the end was? You had never experienced virtual reality before. You had never even maybe thought about participating in a program where you would be involved in presenting art in virtual reality, contextualizing history for that art, and on top of that, as I teased you during the process, becoming a movie star in a documentary. How would you describe the experience?
It's been a very exciting journey, and more than anything, I see it now as a way of teaching history. We're always looking for different ways to present the past to the current generation so that they can feel connected, so that they can become a part of it, so that they will know that they are expected to carry on. And I see this now as a tool for teaching, for getting the attention of the younger generation. My granddaughter is here from Pittsburgh, and Mary Black, and I wanted to be sure that she was here tonight so that she could see it, and she will give me a lot of feedback, I'm sure. But it's always difficult to get younger people to understand the past and their part in helping to shape the future. This is a wonderful technique for doing that. And in the process, so much was discovered. Well, that's what historical research is. It really is being a detective. That's what I say to the fourth graders. If you really are interested in finding out things and you are curious about things, history is for you, because it's through the documents, the archival materials that you see on the screen that Mariel did so well, the photographs, the other materials, that we learn so much that's new. And as I was finishing my research, really looking at the differences and the similarities of the two communities, I thought, let me go back and look at the developers. And lo and behold, D.A. Dorsey and George Merrick were contemporaries. I mean, I just hadn't thought about that before. And when you look at their birth dates and their death dates, they are within 5 years of each other. And so they were actually contemporaries, living 10 or 15 miles apart. Did they ever know each other? Did they ever speak? This is something now that, because of this project, researchers coming behind us will look into. And it may be, when they find the answers, it may help us move the community forward. I think other communities throughout the country may use this as an idea to begin to look at diverse communities from the first half of the 20th century to see how and if they worked together, and even if they didn't, how their communities were parallel. These were two parallel communities, the first half of the 20th century, that moved down the path with same ideas, same values. They were all both interested in families and religion and community. They were interested in real estate. You saw on the film that, for those who didn't know, that D.A. Dorsey bought and owned Fisher Island. This was an idea that evidently he had and acted on. And Merrick, of course, came to the area with the intent of building the city beautiful, and he did. And so there's so much more to learn about this that I'm really excited now. And I want to encourage historians and researchers, archivists, curators. There is so much excitement here with all the new things that we have learned.
Well, I thank you for bringing excitement to history. Mariel. Mariel, I'm going to give you the last word in this fireside chat. In this project, we've brought together your creativity, your art, technology, history, what are the takeaways? What are the messages that you might give to other artists, to art lovers, to regular people, to children, to intergenerational folks? What would be the takeaways? What would be the message that you would give?
We have to be kind. I think that I love place and gentleness at the heart of my work. And without love, we cannot do anything. And love is, can you hear me? Love is at the center of everything. And if we don't have love, we cannot build anything. And we cannot see the other as our equal. So for me, that's the most important, and it's a strong component of our humanity. And when I am talking about, I am trying to create a world without oppression, without discrimination. This is a dreamlike world. But I think that if we learn about our past, we can build a better future.
Thank you. We've given you just a taste of what this project is about. We could talk all night long, but we don't have all night long. I want you to know that we're going to have the unveiling down in the lobby. We've hidden the work from you, but we will unveil it down in the lobby. I want you to know that this wonderful musician, Alexander Starr, in the second edition of our documentary, you'll find his energy and his music because he will score the second edition. And at this time, I have to say thank you to the Knight Foundation. We entered the competition for the grant thinking it was a moonshot. And lo and behold, the Knight Foundation awarded us this Knight New Work grant. I have to say more thanks to Miami-Dade County. Miami-Dade County has been with us over the years as a major partner and has made it possible for Miami MoCAAD to exist and to thrive. And recently, the Jorge Perez Family Foundation made a grant to us so that we could have art tech workshops for junior high school students that combine art and technology. And these students will learn how to make their own QR codes. They will leave our workshops with their own QR codes, personalized with their playlists, their contacts, whatever they want in them. And the Coral Gables Museum has been a wonderful partner throughout this process. And so I want to say thank you to the Coral Gables Museum for being our partner and for making this project possible. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And I want to thank our amazing team. I don't know if you will ever see him because he's working the technology or the movie technology. But Michael Anderson is a 5-time regional Emmy winner, a Miami native, and he's the one that has brought this documentary, as well as other documentaries, to the forefront. Now, I challenged Michael. I said, you got to bring an Emmy to Miami MoCAAD one of these days. And so there are 2 or 3 things I want to suggest how you can help us tonight. Michael, if you put on the screen the YouTube QR code. So how you can help us tonight. Of course, you can donate. You have the program, and it says hit the QR code and you can donate. But beyond that, you can subscribe to our newsletter. Our mission is to inform, our mission is to educate, our mission is to lift up artists around the diaspora and around the continent of Africa. But more recently, we would like for you to help us meet our goal tonight. And if Michael has put on the screen the QR code for engaging in YouTube, if you scan that QR code and sign up for YouTube, you will be notified of our upcoming events through YouTube. We have 58 users now. If we could get to 100 tonight, wow, we will have reached another milestone. And why is that? On June 4th, together with the Barnes Foundation in Philadelphia, we will be co-hosting. Miami MoCAAD and the Barnes Foundation will co-host a conversation with Miami born and bred artist Mark Thomas Gibson. And you're going to want to see that. We're going to have the virtual watch party here in Miami. The in-person event will be in Philadelphia for all of you. I met someone tonight who came here from Philadelphia. But in any event, if you sign up for YouTube, you'll get the YouTube notice of our June 4th event featuring award-winning artists, Miami native, Miami homeboy, Mark Thomas Gibson. And now I'm going to turn the program back over to our wonderful hostess.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Now, we're going to go ahead and clear the stage, and we're going to be bringing out, again, our Emmy-nominated performer, Alexander Starr. Quick photo op. So as they take their pictures, so we are going to get Alexander Starr back out on the stage, and after he performs, we're gonna go out in the lobby and enjoy the unveiling of Marielle's artwork, and also for your chance to experience the VR exhibition and just mingle. There's refreshments, there's food, let's network, and let's go ahead and get connected. So again, coming on to the stage is Emmy-nominated artist Alexander Starr. And after he's done, we're gonna make our way out into the lobby area. So sit back, relax, and enjoy.
I know y'all see me walk through the projector like I'm crazy. Y'all make some noise for the golden people one more time, please, because I need to stall for time while he fits that keyboard through that small space. How y'all like the film, though? How y'all like the fireside? Woo! Hey, BX, you need help? Time out. Jordan, play something. Let me make sure you're coming out the house. Can y'all hear Jordan? Yeah, we solid. Don't get restless, because we about to put on a show. Let me know when BX is coming through the house. When y'all tell me we're solid, we gonna get going. Jordan, let's do something different. If you remember us from the first set, let me hear you make some noise. All right, cool. Give me some shape. So the interesting thing about what we do, right? Music is subjective. The value that you transmit is subjective. People tell us when you are up and coming act, you gotta do songs that people know. So this is us doing that for y'all before we get back into us. Anybody recognize these chords? Go around one more time, Jordan. Listen to this, man. Oh, you make it look too easy. So me being an artist, I'm gonna take this and flip it. Y'all ready? If y'all happen to know any of these words I'm about to sing, feel free to sing along, but we're gonna have a good time. Baby girl, what's your name? Let me talk to you, let me buy you a drink. I'm A-star, you know me, the golden people, TGP. We know the bar, close at 3. What's the chances of you rolling with me? Back to the crib, show you how I live. Let's get flip it, hey. I wish that we could change places. Don't want no boo-hoo faces. You got my heartbeat racing, yeah. They say time heals. Don't go build a life without me, 'cause your mind still, I swear your mind still, I still see a shadow in my room. Can't take back the love that I gave you. It's to the point that I love and I hate you, but I cannot change you, so I must replace you. Easier said than done. I thought you were the one listening to my heart instead of my head. You found another one, but I am the better one. In the night I hear them talk, the coldest story ever told. Somewhere far along this road, he lost his soul, to a woman so heartless. How could you be so heartless? Where me at for real? Y'all ready? Got me one fi just hold you, put me thing all around you. Girl, you give me the tightest hold me ever get in my life. Got me one fi just squeeze you, put me thing all around you. Girl, you give me the. I'm gonna take it back to the 90s. Let's see if y'all know this. Somebody gotta know this. Think I'll leave your side, baby. Who know this song? You know me better than that. Come on. Think I'll leave you down when you're down on your knees, darling. Oh no, I wouldn't do that. We gonna keep this going. I'll tell you you're right when you're right when you're right when you're wrong. If only you could see into me, baby. I wish that you know me, darling. Singing like, oh, when you're low, I'll be there. Hold you tight to me. Say, oh, what when you're low, I'll be there. And then we modernize it like, I put the new 4Gs on the Jeep. I trap into the bloody bottoms that's underneath, 'cause golden people got it out the streets. I keep 100 racks inside my. Remember hitting the mall with my whole team. Now you know I can't answer calls 'cause I'm boiling. I was waking up getting racks in the morning. I was broke, now I'm rich. You know that, you know that, you know that, you know that. You know that the spades are the swords of a soldier. And I know that the clubs are weapons of war. Hey. I know that diamonds mean money for this honor, but that's not the shape of mine. Hey, that was fun. So now that we're giving y'all a bunch of songs that you may or may not know, Shout out to Avery, by the way. We just had a great conversation that lines up with this. Y'all ready? This is me being fully transparent. Check it out. Yo. I remember when my family used to get dressed up to go to Olive Garden. Now I'm sipping brandy in Slovenia while I'm strolling through an Olive Garden. Used to be really romantic until I got broken. Now I think my heart is hardened. They be like, what is your job? I be like, bitch, I'm an artist. All right, now let's get this party started. Give me 7 bottles of your finest Remy. If you with us, then pour it up good and plenty. If you not, then I probably won't offer any. Everyone's throwing up 50s and 100s. I'm different because I do not drop a penny. Mama is Jewish, my daddy black, and I'm a rock star like the younger Lenny. Hey, put me on. Hey, star, pretty please, put me on. You ain't supporting not one of my songs, but you want me to put you on. I'm like, what is that? Test me, you see I'm invested in every drop of my sweat. I'm saving up for a house on an island that comes with a colorful tropical pet, but then I let it go. I'm finding freedom with age. I'ma be free to my grave. There will come a day when you know you got people to save, and there is no need to behave. Be true to your veins, that's what I do. Sticking and moving with people I choose. Some of them scheming, but they don't get through, cause I got little birdies who give me the news. I don't get stuck, but I'm puffing on glue, and I'll be so on point. I got nothing to prove. Not to be rude, but come from my family. I'll step on your neck like the gum on my shoe. All that I'll ever require of you is that you keep it real and you tell me the truth. Anything less, you'll never be trusted again. If you can't sit at lunch with my crew, we eat 8 days a week, racking up wins, and I don't gotta cheat. I'm having dinner with global elite on the 80th floor in the Jupiter suite. They don't even exist, at least not to you. That's why I gotta be hella discreet. I'm fighting demons you never could beat. They knocked me down, but I fell on my feet. I fell on my feet. On my feet. I'm fighting demons you never could beat. They knocked me down, but I fell on my feet. I fell on my feet. I fell on my feet. Yeah. I'm fighting demons you never could beat. They knocked me down, but I fell on my feet. Fell on my feet. I'm fighting demons you never could beat. They knocked me down, but I fell on my feet. I fell on my feet, fell on my feet, I'm fighting demons you never could beat. They knocked me down, but I fell on my feet. And believe me, we eat 8 days a week, racking up wins, and I don't gotta cheat. I'm having dinner with global elite on the 80th floor in the Jupiter suite, and that shit don't exist, at least not to you. That's why I gotta be hella discreet. I'm fighting demons you never could beat. They knocked me down, but I fell on my feet. Fell on my Appreciate y'all. That song is unreleased, but if I put it out, would y'all listen to it? It's called Fell on My Feet. It's coming soon. So last but not least, this song is called That's What I Do Best. You know what? Before we get started, tune it up. Give me a heads up when you tuned up. I'm going to get them clapping in the meantime. So check this out. Rhythm. Clap. 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 Chickadee. Clap, 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 yeah. That was your cue, but we'll keep clapping until you're ready to go. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, Jordan, go. Oh, yeah. This is too fun, y'all. This is a song that I wrote to be the underdog's anthem, because my whole life I felt like an underdog. It's called That's What I Do Best. Yo, I try to look at the world through the eyes of a child. Damn, but I haven't done that since I was a child. Man, I must have walked 1,000 miles as a child, learning how to make it on my own long road, living life like a raw freestyle. I just go and I realize fame, it could have been money, it could have been love, it could have been, yeah, quicker than you know. But then again, pain, it could have been hard times, it could have been. But trouble ain't nothing but the chance to let you grow. Hey, man, these people trying to stop me never rest, forcing me to swim upstream, but I'm not impressed. Cause that's what I do best. That's what I do best. That's what I do best. Man, I got the whole world thinking it can't be done, so I beat my chest. Cause that's what I do that's what I do best. That's what I do best. I ain't never scared, I'm forever ready. So come and get me while I beat my chest, cause that's what I do best. Y'all still with me? Clap your hands and make some noise. Oh yeah, 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 yeah. Ooh, oh, 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 oh. Yo, I gotta thank the Lord for the people I know, the cities I go, the living I do. Cause I face the world through the highs and the lows, fearing no man while I'm walking on through. Like, da-ba-doo-da-da, ba-doo-be-doo-bop-bop. We strut up the block cause we on our way, oh. And he writes the game plan, that's how I know fame. It could have been money, it could have been love, it could have been, yeah, quicker than you know. But then again, pain, it could have been hard times, it could have been, yeah. But trouble ain't nothing but the chance to let you grow. Man, I swear these people trying to stop me never rest. They trying to force me to swim upstream, but I'm never impressed. Cause that's what I do best. That's what I do best. That's what I do best. Man, I got the whole world thinking it can't be done, so I beat my chest. Cause that's what I do best. That's what I do best. That's what I do best. I ain't never scared, I'm forever ready. So come and get me while I beat my chest. Cause bridge. Tough times get your mind to grow. And I've been pushing so long, man, I swear I must be swole. They drop these rocks off in my street, they build these walls all in my way, thinking I'ma fold the hand I got until I straight flush all of them down the drain. But y'all don't hear me though. Hold up, you see me shine cause I'm golden, traveling the world and I'm rocking my own clothing. Peace sign up, that's the silhouette I'm holding. Pocket full of laundry, my money steady folding. Boy, what you talking about? You know I be rolling. Pin the maters up and knock them down, I be bowling. Trying to make your boy go hard, man, who you wanna test? You know that's what I do best. That's what I do best. That's what I do best. Man, I got the whole world thinking it can't be done while cause that's what I do best. That's what I do best. That's what I do best. I ain't never scared, I'm forever ready. So come and get me while man, these people trying to stop me never rest. Trying to force me to swim upstream, but I'm never impressed. Cause when they tell me I'm nothing, I'm nothing like the others, I tell them I know. That's what I do best. That's what I do best. Bro. Miami MoCAAD, Black Archives, Historic Lyric Theater. Thank y'all so much. My name is Mr. Alexander Starr across all social media. We love and appreciate y'all, and we're gonna kick it with y'all in the hallway. If you got any footage, tag us, shoot me a message, I'll repost, and we'll connect. This is a real connection. Thank y'all so much. Y'all make some noise for Jordan on guitar, BX on the keys, Nikki says YOLO on the MC. Miami MoCAAD, Alexander Starr, we out.
All right, y'all, give it up, Mr. Alexander Starr. Yes. Did y'all have a good time? Documentary, the unveiling. So we're going to go ahead and move over now into the lobby area. We're going to be unveiling the artist Mariel's artwork and also the VR experience. I tried it. I had no idea where I was when I tried it, but it was a great experience. So go ahead, make your way outside to the lobby area. There's refreshments, there's drinks, network, mingle, and connect. Thank you so much. And again, please support Miami MoCAAD. Again, on your flyers, there's a QR code. Just go ahead and scan it. Please donate, continue to support, and thank you so much. And I will see y'all outside in the lobby area. start. Hello?
1, 2. Test 1, 2. Mr. Harold? All right, so she was trying to use this mic out there. Yeah, so I got them up and running, so I'm getting out of mics now. Mr. Harold, you want me to fly the screen out? All right, copy that. Was it 4 microphones? All right, copy that. I got 4. All right, copy. All right.